All right. Home Squad Sports wrapping up day 2 of the Senior Bowl here live at Jags Corner in Mobile, Alabama. Beautiful Mobile, Alabama. It's been a great week. Practice had its ups, definitely had its downs today. And man, it's been a heck of a time. I mean, there's some things left with meat on the bone, but we have injuries already going on. You know, Trey Zune's unfortunately out for the rest of the week with the ankle injury, which I did not know until after practice. So I was definitely wondering what was up with that. But Dalton, give me your just overall thoughts on day 2 before we get into the players, just overall how it went.
I mean, there's a lot of special teams work for both of these teams, and I get it. I mean, a lot of these rookies, we'll be playing special teams only,
Yeah.
so I get it. But man, you got to do some other things. There wasn't a lot of guys who were able to show what could do. I
Yeah.
think in the practices, and it wasn't their fault. It was more in the coaching, but there were still some standouts for sure, and there were still some good plays.
I thought so too. There was definitely some things, to tip your hat to. I got to go back to the film and really see what we had. But yeah, like you said, a lot of special teams, a lot of inside zone and inside run. And I don't know if they're trying to keep the players healthy because we got players, falling out. But if you run it all day, you're going to have some players hurt.
Either way, yeah.
Yeah, even if you're not taking the running back to the ground, interior linemen are going to get hurt if they're run blocking every single rep. And I mean, and then I think I would expect this if we saw like maybe a college coaching staff like protecting these players or something. But this is NFL players or coaches they're going to go play for. You would think we'd want to see some more north-south passing. We're not going to the ground, with the runs. So it's like, how good of a look can you get at running the ball when you're not going to the ground? So that's kind of puzzling. A lot of these guys, a guy like Taylor Green, we need to see him pass the ball, right? I mean, we need to know he can run some read option and some quarterback draw and quarterback power, but I want to see him throw the ball.
Absolutely.
That's where the questions are, right?
I mean, yeah, his arm is, he's got all the tools, like you said. He's very athletic, gifted. I mean, he's a physical freak, 6'6", 230 with his speed.
Yeah.
But we got to see his accuracy come along, and, he hasn't really given them the shot to do that. Individuals is one thing, but, you got to see it against defense. And they just haven't really let him, air it out.
Yeah, exactly. More north-south. I just want to see that. I think it's – and then since we're keeping a lot of the east and west, we haven't also seen a lot of screen passes. Am I crazy?
No.
I've been focusing on the line, but I feel like I look over, I haven't seen a lot of like screens and just NFL play calls.
I think, maybe there's a reason for that. They do a drill that's just screens pretty much.
Right.
So maybe that's why, I don't know. But it is weird, man. I mean, when you run the ball and it's not full contact, it's hard to get a good read on their backs and the linebackers. I mean, he's there, he's run fitting. That's one thing. You got to bring him to the ground.
Yeah.
So, you don't get any of that. And I get it's an all-star game, and these guys' futures are on the line.
Right.
So you don't want them hurt before they get drafted.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that would definitely kill your draft stock. I mean, if somebody out here tears ACL or, concussion or something, ACL is unavoidable either way. I mean, that's non-contact.
That's my point. It's like your odds of getting hurt are pretty much the same every play. Like, let's rip it. Let's go. Let's throw the ball. Let's really show what we got because the game, there's limited time. It goes by really fast. So, I mean, I think tomorrow, big focus is red zone. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So, we'll see if we have any more people end up injured after today. We'll see. But it was still overall, I think we'd have some bright spots.
For sure.
So, I mean, we got guys like Ted Hurst. He's still balling. I mean,
man.
he's pretty much a household name at this point, and that's something I'm glad about. I think there's some guys you like to tell people I told you so, but I think with Ted Hurst, it's like more the merrier to the Ted Hurst party. Is there any other, I think, wide receivers that kind of caught your eye besides Ted Hurst?
Malachi Fields.
Okay.
Caught a deep ball from Taylor Green, laid out, had to lay out for it, full extension, and he made the catch. Great catch, and he produced yesterday too. So Malachi Fields, I think his stock's really rising. Right now, I think, mid-second round probably.
Okay. All right, perfect. And I think it's a big question, like how many first rounders we have here. It's always a big question, but it's not all about first rounders. We have guys that are going to be making plays next year. I mean, we do take a first rounder in Gray Zabel. He's playing for a Super Bowl. We got Joshua Farmer, who's been banged up this year, but he's still on a team that's in the Super Bowl. So, and he didn't go first round, but he has heck of amount of talent. So he kind of reminds me of Tim Keenan.
Oh, yeah.
Love Tim Keenan. Got to interview him today, so that'll be coming out soon. So shout out to Tim Keenan. I like his initial thud. With how much we're running and with us pretty much having 2 one-on-one periods, you're going to lose some reps, man. Like, you're just going to.
Yeah.
You're going to lose reps. I think when with the O-line and D-line, it's weird just because they're running the ball with the skills, right? We're not getting a good look. But the O-line and D-line, we're getting as the best looks we can get with these one-on-ones,
Absolutely.
right? Like the one-on-ones never change, and that's what I love about it. So I gotta give big ups to the line. They're going hard every rep. There's nobody taking plays off. Everybody wants to be here. That's here. And Lee Hunter, I think that's a big question.
Yeah.
Is Lee Hunter even going to play? Is he going to need to play? Is he going to show out for just 3 days straight and not need to play in the game? I think that's a big question. Do you think he plays?
Man, I don't know. I didn't hear as much about him today as I did yesterday.
Yeah,
I will say that. So maybe he will still play. I mean, he wasn't a surefire first rounder going into this week.
No,
I don't think one day of practice makes you that.
Exactly.
I
yeah.
mean,
and especially a practice where we're not throwing it around, and I think we're not getting a variety of looks.
Yeah.
But that's good. I mean, it's called bread and butter for a reason, so we know what they're probably going to be doing in the game, which is run the ball. So
I think the forecast hurts Saturday. It's supposed to be like 36 and
really
crazy windy here.
Okay, that plays in
the wind. I think is what affects it. I mean, they don't want the quarterbacks to look bad.
Yeah,
they're still protecting their draft stock a little bit, I think.
But
it's a give and take.
It's just like if we've seen you all the season play and we don't know if you can throw, we'd like to find that out at least a little bit in Mobile. And then after that, it's like, when are we going to find that out? Is what if he doesn't throw the combine?
Right,
what if he doesn't throw it? What if he doesn't throw it his pro day? So it's like, what if Senior Bowl? I mean, this is the last time they're going to be able to get a throw off when there's a defensive lineman in their face or a rushing linebacker. So why wouldn't you want to at least see what that looks like? In my opinion, I think Taylor Green, and then it needs the most reps as he can get, pretty much doing anything but handing the ball off.
In a pro style, he needs a pro style offense now. I mean, he had to run some pro style offenses, and they ain't letting him. Yeah, like you said, he's hand the ball off 5 times. We'll let you throw it once. I mean, I don't like the. Yeah, we're talking about it till our faces are blue. We don't like the play calling. I mean,
I know.
It
sucks. We don't want to like Debbie Downers and like, hey,
we're just being real.
This is the last bit of football we get, and I'm forever grateful. I mean, this is it. This is the last time we get to hear some pads pop, and I'll take it. But then again, there is some stuff we would like to see, and I think that's everyone. I think we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah, like
all media at least.
I was talking about before the show. I mean, football's not football without hitting.
Right.
I mean, you can't really get a great look except for a couple positions, like corner and receiver. What other positions really can you get a great look at without contact? Not linebackers for sure. Not running backs.
Right.
Not tight ends. I mean, O-line and D-line are still blocking.
Exactly.
I mean, they're going. They don't protect them. They don't protect the big guy.
Yeah, that's that's why I love the Hog Mollies. Even if I didn't play line, I would be saying the same thing.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like the game doesn't change. And that's flashback to way back in recruiting. It was like, I don't know if I would honestly want to go play for a lower level school because you have to train like you're at a P4 school if you're playing line, no matter where you are. The hitting's the same, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So
it's actually worse at the lower levels, man. They don't have that targeting and reviews. I mean, they might now. When I played, they didn't.
A lot of less calls, definitely. They let them play, definitely.
Targeting.
And then you really got to put it as simple as G5 refs or guys trying to make their way up. There's our newer refs as well, younger refs. So, yeah, I think we'll see some more airing it out, though, tomorrow, hopefully, especially with the red zone. Hopefully they attack the red zone just through the air, which I am hopeful for. But let's get into some players here. This won't be that long of a show because we didn't have too much, action going on, and we are right back at it tomorrow with some special guests. So I cannot wait to announce that, which is going to be awesome. Shout out to Bill Carroll. Spoiler.
Yep, shout out.
Bill Carroll came into town, and only person I've hugged this whole time. So
yeah, he gave me a hug too. Great guy. I love him.
Yeah, I love Bill.
Shout out Bill, man.
Shout out to Bill. Shout out Jordan. Everyone with Draft Nerds. Shout out to Matt. Got to meet him today. Shout out to Lucas. Met him yesterday, and really got to chat it up and just compare boards, compare what we see. And I think we're seeing a lot of the same things, which is cool too.
Yeah, I think we all got a pretty good idea of who's doing good and who's not taking out.
Yeah,
because it's pretty obvious. You hear people, if you hear that in practice, a good play happened, and it happened a couple times today.
I'll speak to that. We can go ahead and get into it. I mean, a big moment where there was a pop in volume throughout, everywhere was Darnell Jackson.
Yeah.
So he comes over from the East-West Shrine.
Daryl
Jackson. He pretty much hits the All-Star Game transfer portal, right? I mean, he comes over to the Senior Bowl and then making plays. There's a clip on our page of a bull rush he did today, and I mean, as soon as he showed up, he's making plays. He's here for a reason.
Yeah, there's another guy I got to shout out to just because this is his 4th All-Star game.
Okay.
Chris Hilton from LSU just got here today. I mean, talk about a guy you could tell he wants it.
Yeah.
He wants it.
Yes.
If you're at all 4 All-Star games right after the season, I mean, he ain't taking no break, man.
No break.
So
and then
shout out to Chris Hilton, LSU receiver.
Yeah, shout out to him, and then you could see the cohesiveness with him and Nussmeier.
Oh yeah,
Him
you're
and
right.
Nussmeier had some good connections today. You're like, all right, you can definitely tell that he's thrown to him a few times. And same thing with Brockermeyer, with him, blocking with Big Markel. They're very familiar with each other, even though they're right, not next to each other. So, want to get into some players. All right. So we've seen some guys, show up. We'll start with the American team. Just kind of our guys, my guys so far, just what we've seen. Just want to get your thoughts on them. Want to give a shout out to Clemson defensive end TJ Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute dog. You were big on him coming in.
I was. I mean, what I see last year, like I said, you don't forget it. You know, like the guy said about Nussmeier, like everybody said about Nussmeier, and that's why they're giving him a chance again, trying to let him prove that this year was the fluke, not last year.
Yes. Good point.
That's the same thing for him, I think.
Good point. Yeah, I think with Nussmeier, everyone just it's like, damn you, Chip Kelly. Right now, nobody's giving Nussmeier any flack, which deservingly so. He's handled
Brian
it like
Kelly,
a pro.
yeah, Brian.
Yeah, he's handled it like a pro. I mean, I'm getting distracted. Sorry, but it's Laker game. But yeah, I mean, I will say back in the summer, Brian Kelly. Why I brought him up, him and Nussmeier have the same agent.
Okay.
I didn't think just when I heard that. There's a video you can look it up on YouTube of he's in the car. He's talking. Coach Kelly's talking to his agent, and he's like, trying to get Nussmeier re-signed for next year. And the agent has to say, like, I'm going to do best for my client, and like, he has to hang up the phone and immediately go call his client Nussmeier. And I don't know. What do you feel about coaches and players having the same agent? I think that should be a no-no. Like just a thing that just should never happen.
I don't even think. Yeah, you should be like allowed, man. I think you should have to. You get players or coaches.
Yeah. Nussmeier and Kelly having the same agent, that was a big red flag going into the season. But I definitely, thought it was going to go different for the Tigers. But nonetheless, they got pro players.
I mean, they have a lot of guys here, a lot of guys that aren't here because Mansour Delane is, for example, a corner. He didn't have to come. He's already pretty much a first-round lock. So, yeah, they definitely have the talent. They always do at LSU, man.
They do.
Mean, it's about the coaching.
It is. Always, yeah, exactly. It's all about when you have those resources, it all comes down who's running the show because you have no excuses and you have all the resources.
They're never going to have a bad roster, dude. You don't have to recruit there.
Yeah.
It recruits itself.
Lane Kiffin's going to go crazy.
Exactly. He's going to go crazy. He already went crazy in the portal. Yeah. You got a lot of studs. I mean, you got two of the best quarterbacks in the portal. And then he finished it with Jordan Seaton.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a pretty big deal.
He's got his next two quarterbacks, it looks like. And he got him in one.
And then you got Jace Brown from Kansas State at receiver. I really like him, man. I mean, maybe the most underrated receiver in the country this year. I think he put up 1,000 yards. Just Kansas State wasn't very good, so nobody recognized it. But yeah, I'm really. Then given LSU, I'm not looking forward to it as a Florida fan. I'll be honest.
Yeah, they'll definitely have some more players here again next year, no doubt about it. But let's go ahead and get some more guys here. I want to give some shout outs to Rashawn Benny, Michigan defensive tackle. He's been going crazy. Okay. He had some plays.
The other Michigan guy too. Yes. Derek Moore yesterday, he sent Markel Bell on the ground. Yeah, and Markel Bell's the biggest lineman here.
Yeah, they both of them have had some great plays. And you look in, you can't miss the helmet.
Yeah, true.
You can't miss it. It's like, oh, that's a Michigan guy. So yeah, both those guys.
Yeah,
maybe Nick a little even more.
Who?
Who's
Moore?
Yeah, Moore.
Yeah, I mean, Moore's only 254, man, and Bell's. They said 370. He didn't weigh in. He might have been late or something. His measurements aren't on the Senior Bowl roster, but. They said he was 369 playing this year. God. They might be giving him 10 or something.
Right.
But still, you got 100 pounds on Derek Moore, and he's sending him up to the ground, man. That tells you a lot about Derek Moore's power and how you can translate it. I agree. Speed to rush.
I agree. I think then not having these paper rosters has been killing us today. The past 2 days have been killing us. Who is that? I have to go back into the film and zoom in. Like, all right, that's who made the play. And then, I think the paper rosters definitely messed up. Like, who am I looking at? We don't really know
because
who we're looking at unless they make like 4 plays, great plays, or until we go and check the film after.
Yeah, because we're using our phones. We can't look at the rosters on our phones, man. Yeah. We're recording on them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I got the jersey numbers and a helmet, but sometimes we got multiple players on the same team. Like for Iowa, 2 guys on the O-line. It's like, all right, which one was that? Which Hawkeye was that? So I seen some people giving Jennings Dunker. So he's got a lot of flack. Just this past 365 days, I know the arm link's a big concern, but I think he's going to be a good guard.
He's the most polarizing old lineman in this draft.
Yeah, but
I mean polarizing. What I mean by that is a lot of people talk about him. At least, most people don't talk about linemen. At least he's getting talked about. If you're getting talked about, you're doing something right as a lineman, I think.
I feel like most people talk to him because of his hair and his hair color, but that's beside the point. He's a good football player.
He started for Iowa for multiple seasons. and that's one of the best O lines in the nation.
Yeah,
That speaks for itself.
It's like I just said it before we went on live. It's like people are watching these guys play, and then after they watch them play, they're like, "Oh, what's his arm length?"
Yeah,
You just watched him play football. Quit going.
Who cares?
I mean, the analytic people drive me crazy, dude.
I know,
like,
man.
It's like I get it; they're important, but you just watched him play football. That's what you're supposed to watch. Don't go. You watch You're taking a video of him play football, then you're going to look at a graph. Like that's not what you're supposed to do. The opposite. You're supposed to look at the
graph first.
Data first, then go watch him play the sport.
Yeah,
and then
see if it translates or not.
Yeah, some people just.
Who else had a good day,
they
man?
They shoot themselves in the foot, man.
Kevin Coleman Jr. from Missouri, wide receiver.
Yes.
In one-on-ones, killing it. Team had a couple catches. I talked to him after. We had an interview with him dropping soon. He went to Louisville for a year last year, so I talked to him about that. And he said he really liked his time at Louisville. You know, off-field issues why he had to transfer. But, man, I really like that kid. Lazy comparison maybe, but I feel like he's a Luther Burden to me. You know, really solid wide receiver 3. Maybe he works his way to wide receiver 2 eventually. But long career for him, I think, man. I really like Kevin Coleman. He's undersized, 5'11", 174. Doesn't mean that much anymore, the way the game's spaced out.
Yeah.
And you can't hit anymore. So I think he's going to be protected, and he's very athletic, man.
Let's talk about some of these wide receivers I want to talk about on the American team. Malachi Fields. What do you think about Malachi Fields? How's he done this week in your eyes? Is there anything that's standing out as far as he goes?
I already brought him up, man. Remember, he had that catch from Taylor, diving catch, full extension. Like I said, I think he's mid-second round, 6'4", 218. Great size on the guy. And he's fast, too. So he has the complete package. He didn't get to show up much at Notre Dame this year. They just had a plethora of targets, plus the best running back room in the nation. And then Wake Forest, they didn't have a great quarterback play. So you haven't really got to see his full repertoire on display. But I think he could be a really good receiver at the next level, man. He has it all.
He does. Yeah, he's got some skills. And Jake Slaughter's the other guy, your Florida guy. He's both the Florida boys. Him and Austin Barber have been having some great matchups. So shout out to them. They've played pretty good. I know some people have been giving this offensive line some flack. I'm not a hater, but I would say J.C. Davis has got some stuff to work on.
I said that coming in.
Yeah, he scared me going in. I think summer scouting, I was high on him. I was like, all right, let's have a good year. And then I'm like, I know the quarterback issues. Quarterback issues for some teams, but with them, like they have Altmaier. You have a guy that's been around for a long time. It's like, and people aren't talking about Altmaier enough.
I was about to say I
don't get it.
Steady Eddie.
I don't get it. It's what you want. How many quarterbacks do we have a backup grade on? A bunch. Okay, so if you're going to have a backup grade on it, Steady Eddie should put you a star among the backups.
Oh man, if I would take him as a backup right now, man.
Right. It's like I would too.
Let me sign him for 10 years. Let him stay in the locker room. He's a great locker room guy. I feel like.
Yeah.
And he's not going to lose you the game. You know, if he has to come in and play 3 or 4 games, he's going to keep you in him. He's going to give you a chance to win. He's not going to throw 4 or 5 picks like some of these backups do.
Yeah.
And that's big. I think it's really important to have a good backup because you see so many QB injuries in the NFL.
Yeah, and footballers, and with all levels, high school, college, NFL, you have to know your role more than you ever had because, in some high school and college, we're paying for money. And you have to know your role. You have to know what do you excel at, be a star at your role. And I think he's a guy, Todd McShay brought up like a guy like, Chase Daniel. Do we have any Chase Daniels there? I think he could be. Could it be a Fitzpatrick? I don't know. But maybe not a guy that gets a sin as a starter. But, man, Luke Altmaier, just when he does good, I'm not surprised.
Honestly, there's not that many good quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Exactly.
32. Could I see him being a top 32 quarterback in 5 years? Maybe. Not for sure.
Yeah, but I don't ever see him.
He has to develop.
I don't ever see him being a full-time starter.
I don't think he has arm strength.
Maybe a fill-in starter for sure. But when you say someone's a backup, it's not a dig.
Is that the only?
You can only put 32 on the field, and then when you take contracts into consideration, there's really only about 15 open slots at a time. With how many guys are on rookie deals, who they just signed as a vet, there's not that many. Even though there should be a bunch of quarterback openings, in my opinion, there's just not.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, some guys get a really long leash, and then other quarterbacks don't get a leash at all. So a quarterback in the NFL is just, you never know what's going to happen. Some guys get 2 starts, and then they get benched. Never get another chance. Some guys get 20 and suck for all 20, and then they still get another chance and get another chance. So I don't know what the NFL guys look for, but the quarterback play is down right now, and they haven't let them display it this week.
Yeah, and that's what I said earlier in the show. It's like, if it was college coaches like trying to protect their players, I get it. But these are guys that are already on NFL staff. You have to go up to their bosses and be like, hey, this is what I like. Okay, what do you like about him? Well, we ran the ball for 3 days. It's like I don't know. Maybe we'll see some more airing out tomorrow. I'm really hopeful for it. But day 3 is coming up, and I'm just excited. Hopefully, we get no more injuries over the night, no more reports that we got guys going down and sitting out, and be ready to go full tilt these next couple days.
We also didn't talk about Ted Hurst.
Yeah, it was as good as advertised. It's like
got to talk about him.
Well, at this point, you're like, all right, who besides Ted Hurst is doing good at wide receiver? Because he's as good as advertised, and yeah, he's a dog.
I just think a lot of people still don't know about him. Unless you're watching practices.
I think if you're on Twitter, you know about him right now.
Yeah.
If you have a Twitter, if you're in a football algorithm right now, you know about Ted Hurst, and it's not a bad thing because he's got the talent. It's not a guy like. It's not like we're not seeing anybody show out and they're picking someone to hype up. This guy deserves all the hype. And maybe and then some. But by the time the draft comes around, I can only imagine how much hype he's going to have and where the grade's going to be. Because man, he's got a lot of talent, body build, and then we got guys like you said. Let's go ahead and talk about the John Carroll guy. Had a little bit of an injury, right?
Dude, right in front of me, it was crazy. Camera guy was like, on the goal line, and he hit his leg on it. Man, flesh wound. It was deep, big cut. But he came back, man. He's tough. He didn't have to come back. It's practice.
Right. Exactly. Like I said, a lot of guys that are, showing how tough they are and guys that show they want to be here. And then if this week's like gets you nervous at all as a player, this is not where you need to be. The next 6 months is going to be really hard for you. Next year is going to be really hard for you. I mean, there's not going to be 6 years. You're not going to get in the league.
Yeah.
If this week right here gives you a little nervous as a player, or just if the stage is even remotely too big right now, then you're cooked, in my opinion. It's a guy like Jackson Dart. I take him for example. Jackson Dart was so even killed this week. He was so chill, and he was just like, yes, every drill is important, but it's not too big. Nothing's too big. Nothing was too big for Jackson Dart this time last year. It was just straight steady Eddie. And but in that same regard, last year they let Jackson Dart throw it a lot more than they're letting these guys throw it. So we'll see. Do you think they'll air it out a little bit more tomorrow? What do you think?
I hope so. I mean, it's the last day of practice.
They'll have
a day off on Friday.
Whole rest day.
And then I think they should, man. We just don't know with these coaches. You just don't know. I don't know these coaches. They've never been head coaches before. A lot of them aren't even, coordinator level. They're guys getting their feet wet and trying to make it to the
Clint
next
Hurt's
level.
Clint Hurt's
really good.
Clint Hurt is a coordinator level, especially with us in our back neck of the woods in Louisville, man. That guy's just intense. He brings it. But yeah, I think we'll see. Just we don't know. Like I said, we're not in the meetings. We don't know what they're saying. We could have guys just like all waiting for it tomorrow. Maybe they just let everything out the bag tomorrow, and they just leave nothing on the field. So that's what I'm hoping for. And
nice.
I think we'll get a good showing tomorrow. So that pretty much wraps it up for American team. Anybody else you want to highlight on the American team?
Yeah, actually, the linebacker, man, Jack Kelly. He had some really good plays in team. I think he stripped the ball out of guys. Like he caught it, stripped it out. Ball popped up in the air. Somebody caught it. Nice pick. So he forced a pick. Jack Kelly's got a lot to prove because he's one of the big. 246 for a linebacker nowadays. It's really damn big.
That is huge.
Yeah.
It's like huge.
For a linebacker.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be, it was every linebacker.
Yeah.
Now it's, he's the biggest linebacker on the field. He's almost DN size now. But he really proved they can pass coverage, and that was his biggest question. So I think his stock's rising.
Okay. And then, nobody else there for the American team pretty much wraps it up?
Let's see. We talked about Ottmeyer. I think Yakis is having a solid week, Gabe Yakis.
Yes, he had a strip sack yesterday, which
we're not supposed to. But
yeah, you're not supposed to do that here, but you know what? I'll take it.
He made the play.
Yeah, he made the play, and pretty much I feel like literally after that play, I've heard coaches say, keep him up, don't hit, don't get even close to the quarterback. I heard one say, don't even get close to the quarterback.
And yeah, he got yelled at a little bit.
Yeah, so but hey, as a former
lineman, I don't
lineman,
think he cares.
I feel it. I remember I took ours down and to the I hip dropped ours in the practice. I was like, I just can't help it.
And our quarterback is really good.
Yeah, and then you see the opposite color jersey, you just hit. And that's what? I would rather tell a guy to lay off a little bit than have tell a guy to we need more. So we'll see. Gabe Jacas, yeah, I don't know if it's Jacas or Yakas, but either way, he's a baller, and we'll see how he progresses. And I think he's gonna have a big game because I think he'll definitely play. So let's move on to the national team, Dalton. I'm pretty excited about this national team. Honestly, a couple of these guys. I'd start with the quarterbacks. I think Diego Pavia had a pretty decent day, and so did Cole Payton. I think those two are the top two quarterbacks in these teams. What do you think of Pavia? I have a lot of clips of him throwing dimes, and I'm sure I missed some where he missed some throws. But you're on that side more than I am. What'd you think of Pavia?
He's got to stop dropping snaps.
Yeah.
He did that again today, and 2 or 3 times. So if he just stops that, he looks great. Honestly, he's been throwing the ball well, especially when he takes deep shots. I mean, the deep shots have been right on the money.
Today he was killing them.
Yeah, back-to-back days.
Yes.
So, it wasn't one day. It wasn't a fluke, clearly. He could throw the deep ball. But, we ain't seen him in the pocket a lot. Or breaking through 3-step drop backs.
They're not letting him.
Exactly.
They're not letting
him. That's my point. It ain't on him. It ain't on him. It's on the coaches. But, where he has to throw a 10-yard dig. That's what we need to see from. That's what everybody wants to see from him. We know he can throw outside the numbers.
I want to see some comebacks. I want to see some digs. I want to see
out route.
I want to see
10-yard out.
I want to see a post and a comeback, and which one you choosing. That's what I want to see. I want to see, and then I don't know. I'm really trying to put my hand and finger on like why they're not. But man, as just a former lineman, I know if you're less predictive, like you're going to end up getting some more blitzes when you're running all day, and somebody's going to get hurt. But we'll see. I think it's going to still be a good game. I mean, it's going to be a heck of a game. We'll see how the vibe is tomorrow, and if they're more up tempo or if they're just trying to make it to the game. But Cole Payton, let's talk about him. North Dakota State stud lefty. He's growing on me. He's growing on me these past 2 days a lot. I've told another media member that film means a lot, but I take what I see in person more for film any day. What do you think of Cole Payton, just overall where he's at? And let's talk about fit. First player I want to bring up and talk about fit. Where do you think Cole Payton fits? And what's the timeline of him of being possibly a starting quarterback according to you?
Man, I don't think he needs to start right away.
No.
He's only started for 1 year, and it was FCS. So I think, he definitely needs 2 or 3 years on the bench, like they used to do.
They did.
It's not foreign language.
I think it's a combination of how much money we're paying these guys too, and how much the leash is and how short the leash is on these coaches.
Yeah,
they're gonna get your ass out of there if you don't have. I've said this before. It's all about the relationship with the head coach and the GM, and then which means pretty much GM and the owner, the same thing. It's which amount of trust do you have? You have to have trust everywhere, and we don't run teams, but as grown men, it's hard. As you get older, it's hard to put your trust in someone you don't know, and then you have to take as much time as you can to know someone. But with the NFL, you don't have that much time because I'm sure the Jets know Aaron Glenn by now, or maybe, and
maybe
it's like you take time, and
I don't know about the Jets.
It's once you get to your conclusion, either it's too late or it's time to win. So that's where you're at. But Cole Payton, let's talk about him. What about fits? Just team-wise right now, we don't know what team rosters are going to look at when the new fiscal year starts in March. But right now, if we had to guess, where do you think Cole Payton ends up?
I think because of the developmental thing I talked about,
Yeah.
I think a team that doesn't need a quarterback to start right away is who's going to draft them.
Okay.
And I think it'll be Los Angeles Rams.
I love it. And I will say, and I think that's been the default answer for every quarterback with fit, because that maybe if you're a quarterback, I think every quarterback should want to go to the Rams this year. But that's my opinion. And
yeah, you're right.
It's like I think we did quarterbacks with Dom and with Jim, right? Every single time, and it wasn't on purpose. It was every single time. It's like I think he's a fit for the Rams, and even I said it. I think he's a fit for the Rams, and because that's just I think the best fit for any quarterback that's not going to walk in day one starter.
Mendoza's not a good fit for the Rams.
Yeah, right. If you're not going to walk in a day one starter for your team or expected to be, then you should probably want to be the Rams.
Yeah.
Probably on the Rams.
I mean, yeah, you know what their offense is going to do. McVay is a freaking genius on offense. And he made the Super Bowl with Jimmy G.
Okay. Right.
I mean, not Jimmy G, Jared Goff. And Jared Goff is solid, but he's definitely Jared
Goff.
He's the best statue in the league left.
Yes.
And he's probably the last one we got. So I do like him and respect him, because if you can still be efficient without being mobile in today's game, that means you're a stud.
Is Fernando de Mendoza, for the upcoming first picks that we're going to see in the next few years, is he going to be the least mobile we see? Because he's still mobile.
He is still mobile.
But I think we're going to see. I think we may see guys like, if you can't run like at least like Mendoza, we're not going to take you number one overall. I don't think we will see, like you said, a stature, a guy like a Jared Goff's skill set go number one ever again. At least not for a while. Unless you're not just a can't miss Peyton Manning, just gunslinger rifle guy, But yeah, I think at this point you have to at least move within the pocket, right? Joe Burrow moves within the pocket, and Rodgers in his heyday moves within the pocket. So yeah, I think that's a good point. But besides the Rams, do you think there's anybody besides the Rams that might take a look on him? I mean, hey, let's see, with the 8 quarters that CJ Stroud, his last 8 quarters, do they go and maybe take a late flyer on him? The Steelers, do you think Cole Payton could be a Steeler? Any of those, like, or anybody else you think maybe like jumps off?
I personally ain't ready to give up on CJ Stroud, man. I still seen what I seen for rookie year, and he tore it up.
Me
Did you
too.
tear it up
And
as
I
a
love
rookie?
CJ Stroud. I love
Oh
CJ
yeah,
Stroud.
you're Stroud.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm not from a GM standpoint. It's like, all right, should we get a safety net?
No, yeah.
Should we get a safety
I know
net?
what you mean, but I'm
If
just saying
something happens,
I wouldn't draft him not as early as Cole Payton. I think he's third or
Davis
fourth round.
Mills probably not going to be there next year, right?
I just think Payton's third or fourth round though. So I don't know if they draft one that. I think if you want to back up, and you already, they need other positions. Let's say that they need other positions first. Their O line stinks. They got rid of Tunsil for no reason. And he was really damn good.
Shout out Laramie Tunsil.
One of the best linemen in the league, and they got rid of him. Didn't replace him.
They did him so dirty.
Yeah, and they did him dirty. Oh, the draft. Yeah,
draft night. I remember, like,
he still went first round. That's how good he was.
I was a kid, and I jaw dropped when that dropped. I jaw dropped.
Oh yeah, we never seen that. I never seen that before.
We've never seen it since.
I was like, what's he doing?
We haven't seen it since, like a freaking PR stunt on the draft day that pretty much ruined it. So yeah, that's a good point. But I want to bring up Cole Payton. We'll end on him. I think he could be a second rounder, late second rounder. If he has obviously from now on it has to go good for him. For any first or second rounder, these next few months go great for you usually. That's how it happens, along with great tape. With only 1 year of real serious tape, I still think he could possibly sneak in the second round, which I didn't think I would say that.
That's the only reason I don't think he can. As a GM, I was like,
limited tape.
Damn, 12 games against FCS. I mean,
I think he's just as impressive, in my opinion. Just like out of all the lefties I've seen come out in the past few years, he's the best. He's one of the best ones, I think. I mean, his release scared me a little bit, but if you compare him to other lefties that are still in college, like I think Drew Mestemaker's a guy, like obviously just coming off his freshman year, is a lot younger, but he throws a lot better ball than Drew Mestemaker from a form standpoint. His elbow doesn't drop nearly as much, and I don't know if he fixed it recently, and that could very well be the case. Because maybe, North Dakota, they've had Carson Wentz, but they're not known for developing really good quarterbacks. Trey Lance, but they're not known for developing guys. I mean, look how that's
he don't count. Yeah.
Right. Look how that's went. The whole COVID year, only playing like one game. We only had 1 year of film on him too. And I feel a lot better about Cole Payton than I did Trey Lance.
Oh, I didn't like him coming out. I ain't gonna lie. I was right about him so far. I mean,
his brother's going to be a good receiver. What do you think about his brother, though? He's going to be a good receiver. Bryce, right? Bryce
yeah,
Lance.
I like him as a prospect way more than I did Trey. He's an athlete. They're both athletes. They're really athletic. Yeah. I just didn't see the arm with Lance, and he's not the decision making either. Man, he throws a lot of picks.
Yeah.
Anytime he's got thrown in the game, he's thrown a lot of picks. So I like him a lot more.
And so I pretty much, I mean, we just went on a tangent about Cole Payton, and guess what? I'm glad because he's a good player, man, and I really hope for his sake with like a 1 year of film guy, like let's air it out with this kid. Why aren't they airing it out? Like, I don't know. I feel bad for him. I kind of feel bad. It's like you came here, you wanted to display your arm, and you're only really getting like a period to do that. And by the time they pass it, they're passing it.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to bring up Pavia. I remember he dropped the shotgun snap. That was the first shotgun snap he took in like for an hour because they were running it for an hour straight, all under center, all power. So, but you're right. You got to catch a snap. You still got to catch a snap.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't take any all day.
Yeah, I'm over here just being a quarterback lawyer these past defense lawyer for the past couple of days because, man, I just want to see good quarterback play. But I think right now my focus is on four main guys with quarterback Luke Altmaier, Diego Pavia, and those top two. Sawyer Robertson basically everyone but Sawyer Robertson and Taylor Green. I mean, Sawyer Robertson and Taylor Green have just kind of lost me. I don't know if I was ever on Taylor Green's train, but hey, man, he could also come out here and throw a 50-yard touchdown and run for a 50-yard touchdown, so you never know.
Man, the more I think about it, I'm like,
tight end?
Josh Allen did not have accuracy coming out.
For Sawyer?
No, for Taylor, not Sawyer.
I was about to
say.
No. I was about to say. So I don't see. Okay, so explain why with Taylor with him because he's looked at as just an athlete in my opinion.
For sure,
he's a way better athlete than Josh Allen, right?
But he ain't a better runner. I don't think. I think they're about even. Josh Allen is going to run you over, bro, as a quarterback, and he just never gets hurt. But the comparison is the size.
Okay,
and really, it is about the arm. It's about how inaccurate they were coming out.
But do you think? Josh Allen, I think he has what about arm strength? I think he can throw it a lot better, far better deep ball than Taylor Green.
Yeah, Taylor Green threw one today. He overthrew him a little bit, so he kind of needs to bring it at home. Yeah, he wants to show off his arm too much.
He does, and
That's his problem.
when you have a practice like structure where that's like few and far in between, he's going to take some shots, and he's going to force some stuff that's not there because he don't know when his next pass attempt is going to come. So that's maybe my thoughts on how that goes. But yeah, in my opinion, the other four quarterbacks are just better in my opinion. We'll see.
Oh
But
yeah.
Luke Altmaier is a guy I don't know why he's not being talked about enough. I mean, quarterbacks get talked about at nauseum just because it's a quarterback, and I don't really see why. But I'm looking at these rosters for the national team, and they're doing something with these rosters because they've taken a couple of positions out. So do want to say that, but I think they're updating something. We got some either new ads or leaving because the positions are all out of whack. But let's stay on offensive line before we move on to some other guys here for national team.
Yeah, tell me about him.
Yeah, so shout out Keelan Rutledge. He's a dog. Rocks the fade. He was basketball shorts at the media day today, so I respect that. He's a baller. Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to, let me look here, Gage Casey. He's never took a snap. This is interesting. A lot of if you're play left tackle, usually you're going to play right tackle or the rest of them, but he's never taken a snap other than left tackle at Boise State ever. So that's like, okay, we want to see how this guy shays out. Delby Lemieux from Dartmouth, he had some good moments. I think he's going to have a pretty good game. Obviously, not many knew about him coming from Dartmouth.
Do you look at him as a center? Just give it his size. He's only 305.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 6'5", though. He's got the length that maybe you can put some pounds on him.
I would throw him at guard and keep him mobile.
Okay.
Keep him mobile, keep him moving. Depends what offense you're going to run. But if you're more of a power offense, just north-south, I'd probably throw him at center, see how he does. But it's all about, footwork. You kind of have to be ambidextrous at center with your feet. And we'll see, if he can do that. But all of these linemen, I would say, with Trey Zune unfortunately being out, they might throw some more looks at a bunch of guys to get him to look at center because Trey Zune, I think, was, in my opinion, the best guy that could play all maybe 5 positions.
Now, I know you're a big lineman guy, so I'm not hating on the centers. Like, I don't want you to think anybody can play center. I'm just looking at his size, 6'5", 305.
Oh, yeah.
305 is small for a lineman anymore.
It is.
I mean, for O-linemen, that's...
Oh, for sure. I mean, we got guys in 360 pounds out here. I mean, yeah, it's all about how you use your weight. And at the end of the day, in fighting, there's weight classes for a reason. So, I mean, yeah, weight does matter. And, yeah, they'll probably have to put some weight on him. And then, yeah, that's a good point. I think he could be a center, but I would have to see some more.
Of course. He has to take reps there, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to see some more reps. But it's keeping on the O-line before Jennings Dunker talked about him. Trey Zune not playing. Samuel Hecht, don't have too much on him. So, yeah, those are I think are the really big bright spots. Let's talk about Jacob Rodriguez and a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had a heck of a week, in my opinion, and it's kind of still silent. Like, he's not being talked about enough. He had a pick today, right?
Yeah, diving interception, last play of the practice. Had a couple forced fumbles as well. That'll
work.
He's just that damn good football player. People got to stop overthinking things sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Not everybody that's good is a athletic freak. There's other ways to be good at football.
You're just a player.
Your
intangibles.
You're smart. You know where to be. And
aggressiveness and being a dog. Like, that's something that you can't measure. You can't measure it. It's not something. It's not exterior. It is something in you, and it's interior, and it's all about. And it's nothing with motor. Like, I hate people say motor. I just go hard, man. He just goes hard.
20 years ago, he's a first-round pick.
Yeah,
and nobody can tell me otherwise.
And I've tried not to hate too much on how the game's gone these past 10 years, but I do get kind of sad when I think of linebacker play and how that's changed because, man, I just miss those big-ass linebackers.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I miss them when they're just huge out there, just ready to trail Suggs, ready to smack somebody.
This guy's a plug-and-play for 10-year linebacker, I think.
I like it. Right now, linebacker play, I think most teams can use some better linebacker play. Where do you think he might go? Do you think there's a fit? Is there any fit that stands out to you? Like, this guy should be playing here. Where you think maybe he should go?
I like a team with a good back end.
Okay.
Because I mean, the athletic limitations, they will show up at some point.
Yeah.
In the past. I mean, it's going to happen. In the NFL level. In college, they won't really exploit that. But the NFL, the coordinators will make sure, let's line this guy up against, Brock Bowers. Make him guard him one-on-one. That's going to be hard for him, I think.
That's a good point.
So I think a team that has a good secondary and a good plan in the back end, maybe Minnesota. I would really like them there. They always got the great scheme with Leslie Frazier there. Who else has a really good defensive backfield? The Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got Sauce. They got Kenny Moore.
Who they got linebacker? I think they could. Yeah, he could definitely be a nice
Shaq.
Colt.
Shaq Leonard was the
Actually,
guy there, and he had to retire early.
Yeah,
so
I could see him being on the Colts.
You like that
for
one?
Sure. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, because like I said, Sauce and Moore on the outside, they could take away the guys. He would just really focus on the run and stop in the middle of the field, and that's where he can really shine, man.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good fit. I like that.
He makes plays too.
And either I have a fit for you or I just do not. Like either I see the jersey already on you and the helmet, or sometimes I just don't know where, and we'll have to see. But yeah, I actually like that one. Okay, let's talk about some DBs. You're a DB guy.
Yes,
let's talk about some guys that's been kind of showing out on the DB, and like you said, not a lot of passing going on. So I think it's hurting tight ends and DBs. Tight ends they're just run blocking all day. They're down blocking a lot, and they're not really able to go out for too much passes. And then some of the drills that are kind of designed where they are passing it to the tight ends, they're in no way, shape, or form tackling them. Like it's just straight. As soon as he catches it, the play's like dead. Which I feel that, so I feel it. But you just can't get too much of a look of some yak stuff, just running through some contact once they get the ball. But let's talk about some DBs that you want to highlight that on the national team.
Remember we talked about before we came down here, the pre-show DBs. I said Bud Clark needs to play some corner. I don't know if they exactly got him playing corner. You do man as a safety too sometimes, but his man coverage today,
locked down,
stuck out.
Okay, and
stuck out big time. Bud Clark on one-on-ones.
What's the best thing that kind of makes that transition easy for you, like skill set? Like what does he do well? That's like, all right, this is definitely can play corner.
His hips, man.
Okay,
he can flip his hips to the best of them. He can turn and run with you, and being that he has been a safety his whole life, he's physical as well. He's not like, a soft corner. He can get up and press you even though he's 185 or can play off because he's got the speed.
Yeah.
So I really think, and he could be a chess piece at the next level. If you need a corner this week, he can play corner. If you need a safety this week, he can play safety.
That's a good point.
And that's really valuable in the NFL to have a chess piece like that. So I really think Bud Clark his stock's going up, man. His man coverage has been great.
Yeah, a lot of the draft professors are big on Bud Clark this year, so shout out to them. Yeah, he's a dog. TCU is always
he's done it for years too.
Yeah, and like you said, TCU, man, they just got some just gritty guys. When they have a guy, they have a guy. When they have a guy, you're like, all right, he's solid.
You know who I wanted? You know who should be here?
Who?
From TCU?
Who?
McAllister.
Ooh, guy, I guess. Oh my god.
Oh, is he not at the All-Star game?
Yeah, he was he was player of the week for us 1 week. Eric, right?
Yeah.
Eric McAllister. Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah.
This wide receiver class has got some sleepers.
That's a sleeper.
Matthew Henry.
Everybody's like, damn, I haven't heard that name in months. Yeah, should.
I know.
Eric McAllister dominated.
And I know this is a reach, but Matthew Henry from WKU. He's going to be a dog. He's going to make plays for somebody next year. Will it because somebody's injured and he was a fill-in guy? Sure.
The only problem is with this draft is how many small receivers are ranked ahead of him, man,
I think
like these Barryon Browns and the Colin Lacey's, the guys that are here
speedy
this week.
Guys. Speed that just and
he's undersized. Henry is definitely he's a smaller guy.
Keep it on the wide receiver end. I mean, let's talk about Caleb Douglas. Is he not just a dog?
I want to talk about him and his teammate.
Where's his top end?
Oh yeah.
Can he sneak into the second round? Or do you think he's just a third round gym top at the top? We played with a third rounder back in our day. Doesn't play like him. Definitely a total different player than Taywan. But Caleb, he's a heck of a guy, man. Gave us a great interview. So shout out to him. Thank you. What do you think of him? Do you think he's just is he going to play in the game? He should, right? I hope so.
I think he'll play. He definitely made some big plays yesterday. Caught a deep ball from Cole Payton.
Yeah, he did. And
he adjusted on that. It wasn't the best thrown ball. It was a little underthrown. He was able to adjust and make the play. He's a good receiver, man. I like him as well. I like both the Texas Tech guys, though. Reggie Virgil today.
Yep.
In one-on-ones, he was getting it. He's very competitive. I love it, man. They almost got in a fight down there.
There's been almost couple fights, and I got a good couple clips. I won't spoil it, but dude, they've had to break a couple guys up, especially at the line, and I love it. That's what we need. So yeah, man, guys are going hard. I will say that, and that's what kind of makes me sad because let's throw the ball. I'm an aerial assault guy. I want to see teams throw the ball, and when you get beat on a pass rush or when you beat somebody on a pass rush, it just makes it that you want the next rep even more. Both sides. You don't want to get beat again, and you want to beat the guy again. So, but like devil's advocate, you can't pass it all day if you're not hitting the quarterback.
Yeah, you're right.
If I can't sack you on the quarterback, what are we passing it? But give us something more than power and some punts.
Yeah. Right? Before we move on from Dale, I just want to shout out all the Texas Tech players this week.
Yeah.
I mean, Virgil Douglas, Lee Hunter. We ain't talked about him. We did a little bit.
Yeah.
We asked if he was going to play. He might not have to. And then Rodriguez, of course, we mentioned. The Texas Tech guys are tearing it up.
Romello
Heights, the only one that
kind of
hasn't had a great week.
You think that's more of a weight thing or like physicality or?
Well, even his individual drills I was watching, he got a lot of coaching points there.
Okay.
He's just raw, I think.
Yeah.
He's very athletic, and he can get to the quarterback in the right scheme. But I think he has to be schemed up right now, just because he's 235 or something, right? 234 for a DN. So right now, I love his speed.
There's a bunch of guys like that now. It's weird. It's kind of scary because the tackles are getting bigger, and I think the ends are getting littler.
Well, right? Yeah, you're trying to beat them with speed.
Yeah, and
they can't get their hands on him.
Yeah, and it's all about low man wins. If you got to get under the guy to win on both ends, I don't know. I think the end or defensive end position is I don't know if we're losing it or if it's getting better.
I mean, you still got Myles Garrett to the world.
Oh well, yeah, he's a dog. He's a unicorn. He's a wonderful one.
Max Crosby's.
I don't know. We don't get too many of those.
Well, no, he's one of the best players ever. Yeah. I mean, bar none.
People talk about how that's a big reason why Texas A&M was good that year with Manziel, and it was really because you had Myles Garrett too.
They were just loaded,
and he had a crazy offensive line with Joe Cole and Jake Matthews.
They had Mike Evans.
Yeah, exactly. That was it. That was the 1-2 punch. You knew the ball was going there, and they made plays pretty much every time. So yeah, got to bring Johnny Manziel up at some point. Old Manziel.
Oh, shout out our local Louisville boy today. Vinny Anthony was balling.
Yes, nice dude.
He had a great day too.
He did. I like him a lot. I don't really have a fit on mine, but he's a guy definitely deserves some spotlight and deserves some love because he's definitely gonna have a bright spot and a long future. And I really can't put a 40 time on him, but what do you think? Like he's good. He's good. I don't know. I wish they did 40s here. We need to do 40s here.
I don't know if he's 4'3", but he's 4'4". He ain't 4'5".
Yeah,
he's 4'4" or 4'3", but he was unguardable in man-to-man and one-on-ones today. He reminded me of Tez Johnson from last season.
He caught a bomb today, a long one
over
today.
the shoulder.
That was from Pavia, right?
I believe so.
No, it was from.
I just seen it before we got on, but
it was
over the shoulder catch. Yep. And Vinny Anthony's stock is going up too. He didn't get to show off a lot in college.
No,
he played at Wisconsin.
Yeah, they had some quarterback issues, and then half the season they didn't know if they were going to make a coaching change. So then they had to just get to their bread and butter. Right?
Issues is putting it nicely too.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to our boy Jameer Scott on Wisconsin. So I was talking to some of the Wisconsin coaches about him, and they love him. So shout out Jameer, keep doing your thing if you're watching, because you're a dog. So like I said, not too much to go about like with aerial guys. So wide receivers, it's hard to get a good look at them. But Caleb Douglas among one of the guys really showing out, and then. Look at a couple of these wide receivers, then can pretty much end out on here. Brought up Vinny Anthony, Colin Lacey, hometown kid. Saw him at.
What about your boy Harrison Wallace? I haven't heard his name all week.
I don't know. I don't know either. Is he playing?
He's got his weight. I don't know if he's practiced.
Yeah. I don't.
Because I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him.
I hope he ain't practiced.
I don't think he has because I have not seen him.
But he's got his weighting. That's the only reason. He's got his height and weight. I mean, if you came here just for that, that's a little weird.
Yeah, I would have to look up because I've been more focused on the line, but I'll look at some of the filming guides, see if I can get some.
Oh, Josh Cameron, also 2 really good days. 6'1", 225, 223. But man,
yeah, a lot of people talk about Josh Cameron right now.
Yep. Yeah, he's hard to man up. Even if you're covering him, you're not covering him because he's got 225 on him. He's such a big frame. I mean, he kind of looks like a tight end. If he was 6'3", you'd be like, oh, he's a tight end. But he's 6'1". But Josh Cameron's a beast, one of my favorite receivers on this team. Him, Douglas, Virgil, Anthony. I mean, there's a lot of good receivers. You can't forget about Tyron Montgomery or John Carroll either. We mentioned earlier. He's been balling.
Yep. We've heard some of the media members, like some of his story, like he had switched sports, was a basketball player, and switched over. And man, he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. He's another one. It's like, I can't wait to see him play some more football. And I'm going to have to ask our all-22 guy. I'm like, can you get some John Carroll film? I know that's impossible, but let's find it.
Can you do it somehow?
Yeah, we need it. So, yeah, we'll reach out and see if we can get some John Carroll film to break down. Because I can't wait, man. I want to see some more of these receivers and tight ends catch some balls. And so you got to throw to be able to catch. So we'll see if that happens. Tanner Coleswell, he's a big dude. I stood next to him. I stood next to him one time. I was like, huge. I stood next to him again. Like, yeah, he's freaking huge. He's a tall dude.
He's tall.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's gonna have a bright future. What about I like Justin Jolly as well.
Oh yeah, I like Jolly.
Those two are, I think, on the national team are my favorite, the tight ends.
I agree. Yeah, DJ Rogers is solid, but he's one of those guys that he's not gonna really balk.
Yeah,
He's a tight end that you split out almost every time. I mean, 6'3", 242. He's not gonna hold up in the line in the NFL.
Yeah,
and that's
you have any?
happens a lot nowadays though with tight ends. You know, a lot of smaller tight ends that you just use exclusively in the passing game.
Oh
They
yeah,
draft guys. They draft other tight ends to block now.
yeah.
You don't have to be a complete package anymore.
No, you
It
don't.
helps to be for
Yeah.
sure, like Tyler Warren was,
Right.
like Colston Loveland.
Right.
They can catch and block.
Yeah.
But Brock Bowers, he's not a great blocker.
No.
And he still went first round, and he's still dominating.
Yeah.
So
if you can move the chains, they're going to draft you, man. If you can get the chains moving, it's all about third down conversions, third and short. Can we still pass it to you? Can you run a whip or a quick out and catch it in traffic? And if you can do that, they're going to find a spot for you, and they'll bring in a seventh or sixth offensive lineman to do the down blocking if they have to. So
I mean, tight ends are just. It's true. It's just mismatches.
Yeah.
They're too big for corners. A lot of them are too fast for linebackers. And then so you got to put a safety on them.
Yep.
But safeties just typically aren't great in man. So that's why it's so hard to stop tight ends. I mean, zone is the best for tight ends, but man, I mean, they tear man up.
Yeah. I love some good tight end play. It's just like I love it. It's like crack to me.
I love a tight end too, man, because you got to be
a freak.
One of the most versatile players.
It's like an offensive lineman. You have to
do so many different things.
Yeah, you got to be a freak. To be a good tight end and a top level tight end, especially in the NFL, you be an absolute freak. You got to be a freak. You got to be a borderline basketball player. Like you got to look like a basketball player and play like a football player. Like it's just you have to be an absolute dog to be a tight end. So, because in a lot of those tight ends, they're either former offensive linemen or they could have went either way because they're so damn big and they're pretty much a way more athletic offensive lineman, just not as strong. So we'll see if we get some more pass attempts and some more receptions from our receivers and tight ends tomorrow. I'm hoping so. I'm really hoping so.
I want to bring this guy up. I know he's not here. He was at a different All-Star game.
Okay.
Eric Gentry. I just want to bring him up because he's the weirdest linebacker body you've ever seen.
Okay.
6'6", 225 linebacker. He looks like a small forward.
Yeah.
He has the longest arms in the draft. I don't know what it's like. I don't know what to do with this guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I
you don't know about,
he's here so I can see him.
Yeah, if anybody has seen that, it went pretty viral on Twitter. Surprised you didn't see that. But
no,
he's weird.
My phone's been on the camera app all day. I'm either posting it or recording. So yeah, I think the national team pretty much wraps up for the national team. We kind of do some cleanup on the American, but pretty much I think the stories are. I think everybody in the media and just audience in general is on the same page on what we want to see tomorrow in the next couple of days. It's just some more action, some more passing, a little bit of less special teams maybe. But with the weather, maybe they're just preparing for that, right? I mean, that could be a case.
Yeah, 3 and outs.
Yeah.
A lot of punts, a lot of field goals.
Or they could just go out here and just freaking rip it. Like, just totally take us off guard and just rip it. I'm hoping for that. I'm being optimistic, with that.
I think a lot of these guys, the reason they're doing so many special teams is just because special teams can win you or lose you the game. Yeah. It's really important.
Oh, for sure.
Look at the Rams.
But
saw the Rams lost.
Yeah.
Saw the Rams lost.
Yeah, but with it being an all-star game, I'm like, let's just get the film. Like when Seth Hennigan took on a 90-yard drive to win the game, nobody talks about it. Like
That's true.
Nobody talks about him how he won the game. They want to talk about who just like had some highlights and put good film out there. So I hope they kind of do a little bit of both. Yes, you still want to win the game, like you still want to be competing, but let's just see a variety. 2 guys I want to touch up on that I'm pretty much got all of my guys. We're going to switch back over to American team. We haven't touched on these 2 yet. Let's talk about Malik Muhammad, and let's talk about Jacoby Lane, corner and a wide receiver. Malik Muhammad, I like him a lot.
He's won some reps. He won some reps in man-to-man and one-on-ones that were impressive. But he's also got beat, which that's how it happens, though, at corner. You're not going to win every rep.
I didn't see him a lot today. First day, he had an amazing first day.
You're not going to win every rep one-on-ones, but the ones he does win, you can tell he's a really good corner. He's there. He's in phase. And he's not handsy. A lot. We've seen
a lot of holding.
I can't tell you how many holdings and PIs I've seen because that's the biggest adjustment for a corner to go to the next level.
Yeah.
College,
the speed you're going up against NFL is insane.
Well, you can't hit him down the field either. 5 yards is all you get. College, you're allowed to jam until the ball's in the air. That's such a big adjustment for corners. That's why you don't see a lot of good rookie corners in the league.
Yeah.
It takes a practice time to adjust to that. I mean, being handsy in college is really easy to get away with. I mean, we've seen the playoffs.
Oh, my God. Indiana, dude, they still won that thing, and they have any freaking calls they should have got. It's insane.
Yeah, Miami was all over them.
All over them. They got assaulted when the ball's in the air.
Yeah, and they didn't call maybe 1 out of 10 that they should have called.
Yeah.
So college, they let them play more in the back end. It's such a huge adjustment. That's the biggest thing about the corners this week. And Malik Muhammad specifically is showing that he's ahead of the other guys when it comes to being less handsy.
Okay, I love it.
And that's a good thing.
Last guy I got is Jacoby Lane. I got to speak to him today a little bit at media day. I like his character. Really good dude. Real chill. Obviously doesn't have the most weight on his frame. You know, he's a tall guy. I think he's still got a pretty bright future. I don't know. I couldn't really say he's going to be out here being it doesn't even matter if you're a Pro Bowler anymore, but really about all pro. I don't know if he's all pro, but I do think he's going to have a solid, career if he can fix some things up. It's all about what you can work on. Nobody here's a finished product, or they wouldn't be here. What do you think about him and just like maybe possible just fit and what he has to work on? Because he, like you said, you can jam up until the ball is out. He's had some issues there with a little bit at the line of scrimmage. But what do you think some of his strengths are and a possible fit?
Yeah, well, he did improve a lot from one day to the next, and that's a good thing.
He did.
Yesterday, he
had a rough day on the first day. Today,
he was
looked
getting
better.
jammed at the line.
He looked better today.
Today, he put some more moves on at the line of scrimmage to get the corners off of him.
Yeah,
and that's what you want to see is development and learning from your mistakes.
Yes, going back,
especially as a kid. He's actually young. He's not one of these guys 6 or 7 years. He came to college, did his 3 or 4 years either way, and then he left. So he's still raw, but man, you can't coach 6'4", 190, being 96, being on a move like that.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's something you can't coach. I mean,
right? And that's a big reason why a bunch of these guys are getting looks. Is like you're just so freaking huge. Look Taylor Green. Like Taylor Green's 6'6", and he's run. You're going to get a look.
Oh yeah, if he was 6'2", he wouldn't be here.
Right, exactly. Thank you. And yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Jacoby Lane. I think he's going to have a pretty good career. We'll see where he goes. But hopefully we get to see some more looks with Jade Knott.
He had a couple good catches today. I seen
Davison Igbinosun. What'd you think about him?
And he got beat deep.
Yeah,
and a twisted ankle on the same play.
McShay was kind of
that's a rough play.
McShay brought up a good point. Like after the first day, he does his hips. He has to keep everything in front of him.
He's the handiest corner we've ever seen too.
Yeah, he's got some stuff to work on.
He's gonna have to. I think he's gonna play safety at the next level because I don't think he's gonna be able to do man to man without getting flagged. I mean, he had. I think McShay hit on that too. He had like 20 flags 2 years ago.
Yeah,
he cleaned up a little bit this year, but man, 20 and that's crazy for a corner, man. I like him though. I still like him because he's really physical. I love a physical DB.
Yeah,
he just has to rein it in though, and sometimes it's hard for guys to do.
Yeah. It's when you get away with so much, it's kind of like shame on your coaches who let you get away with that for so long. But yeah, it's a good point. Anybody that didn't have maybe a strong day one that you had a pretty good day two before we wrap it up?
Let's see. Lewis Bond.
Okay.
Made some really good plays today, and I didn't really see him. I didn't notice him yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's a guy I'd say for one.
And I blame a big part of that is us not having the freaking rosters in our hand. It's like I'll be the first to say like, yeah, there's some guys I've missed, but I'm blaming it on me not knowing who you are. I have to go off helmets, and we have a lot of guys like from the same team.
There's 3 LSU receivers.
Yeah, we have a lot of, and we had the same thing with offensive line with LSU. We had 3 LSU offensive linemen last year.
This year you got 2 Florida O linemen, 2 Iowa O linemen, 2 Boston College O linemen.
Yes.
So yeah, you're right. It's very hard to tell without a paper roster. And
it's hard.
We're recording with our phones. You can't go look. So it does suck.
I'm about to get a second phone for a roster.
Yeah,
so yeah.
What about an MVP prediction
of the game?
Yeah, because last year Jack Betch won it.
Yep. Great game-winning catch.
You think a quarterback wins it, a receiver wins it again, or a defensive guy?
I'd be very surprised if a quarterback wins it. I hope the quarterback wins it, but from what we're seeing, are they going to win it just because who had the best handoffs? Like you really handed off. You really
great handoff.
Your counter handoff was really good, and you really faked him out. But yeah, I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be a quarterback. I'll go with position. I'll give you position.
That's fair.
Are they going to pull a Rose Bowl and give it to an offensive lineman? I mean, are we going to see?
That was crazy.
Pat Coogan?
Respected. It was deserved.
Shout out Pat Coogan. Are we going to see a Jennings Dunker or Trey Zune's not playing? He would maybe be my pick, but I'm a Trey Zuner. If you don't know by now, I'm a Trey Zuner.
His guy.
Okay. I'm going to go with a very basic pick. It's is it weird that if I pick a receiver, if I can't pick quarterback, it kind of goes hand in hand? I mean, does Ted Hurst go out there and just snag?
Best one last year.
Does Ted Hurst go out there and just take it? I think he could.
Man, the way he's played this week, I mean,
wouldn't be surprised at all.
No, I can see that.
0% of him. Ted Hurst goes there and gets a touchdown and almost 100 yards.
For some reason, I'm feeling the defensive guy this year.
Who do you think?
J-Rod.
Oh God, I like it.
He's too impactful.
Jacob Rodriguez.
He's always around the ball.
Him and Arvell Reese, man, it's like such a drop off, in my opinion, from linebackers. Haven't got to crunch the tape yet. We're gonna definitely find some sleepers with linebackers. We know that.
Absolutely.
That's the best part about this next couple months. But yeah, after those two, especially with Jake Rodriguez, man, absolute dog, and he's just fun to talk to. He's just really calm, really chill, and so right now that's your early pick for MVP.
Yeah, I just feel like he's always around the ball. I think he's gonna get a turnover or two.
Okay, I could see because they're gonna be rotating a lot of these quarterbacks out. Obviously, we know that.
It's hard for quarterback.
I could see Luke Altmaier having just a really big game.
It's
man.
hard for quarterback to win MVP here. Yeah, you're right.
It's hard
because you don't get that many throws.
And then if one guy does really bad, you're going to be thrown out there. You're just going to get thrown out there. Like Seth Hennigan, he didn't play before the game winning drive. They put him in just for the game winning drive, and that was off script. So you could tell, like, all right, the coaches all of a sudden said, "Yo, I want to win this game." Put Seth Hennigan in. So we'll see who shows out. I mean, probably going to be hard for. Maybe a running back gets it. We've seen a lot of running. Maybe
Mike Washington.
Yeah, well, maybe a running back goes out there and just takes it.
Wins it. I think Washington. I like him the most in this game. I think Mike Washington.
No Jam Miller here, unfortunately. So maybe he would be a pick if he did show up. But hopefully he's good. But yeah, we'll see it. I think my pick right now, Ted Hurst. I'll go with the basic pick. Looking at the roster, not too many people want to shout out anymore. Shout out Tim Keenan. Got an interview with Tim Keenan. Yeah, man, I think that's about it. I think we pretty much we kind of juiced it as much as we could today. I think we did see some positive stuff, though. I don't want to say, out here like we're not grateful in what we've seen. I mean, we're getting football one, and, we are getting some – I think we have just a more short list of guys, but that short list is just getting stronger. Like my opinion on Cole Payton just getting stronger and stronger because I'm just seeing more and more of them, and it wouldn't be this way if we weren't down here and if he wasn't here as well. So shout out to him. But that's pretty much all I got, Dalton. Wrapping it up for day 2. We will be back at it tomorrow before practice. So shout out, can't wait for that. And coming to only got 2 more shows.
Yeah, Thursday, tomorrow afternoon, and Friday all day.
Yeah, 2 more shows. So 2 more shows. Friday will be here, and definitely get those times scheduled out. Got some guests coming on, so shout out to Bill Carroll. Can't wait to have him on.
Oh, yeah.
And come down to Jags Corner. Got plenty of cards. I know I'm going to give me a couple of cards before we head out here. Got a Chet Holmgren card. They got a Heisman ball here signed by, at least 10, 15 Heisman. Maybe 20.
Tom Brady autographed helmet.
Yeah, Senior Bowl merch here as well. I mean, Senior Bowl memorabilia. They got some we got some bobbleheads from some – we have 4 bobbleheads here, so come and snag those up. And then if you're an Alabama fan, I'm looking at a helmet signed by at least what?
Joe Namath on there.
Oh, Joe Namath? Oh, there you go.
I looked at that before we started. Joe Namath on that helmet.
Is that Tom Brady helmet underneath
Tom Brady
that?
Autographed helmet.
Yeah, we got it all. Been behind us. We have Shotani. We got Jokic, Doncic.
Luka.
Yeah, I mean, and on the back wall, signed Tom Brady, signed Michael Jordan. So you pretty much name it. They got it here, Jags Corner. If you're a South Alabama fan, got some official merch as well. So open the public for the rest of the show. So pull up, come to Jags Corner. We're gonna have some guests pull up. Can't wait. And pretty much all I got. Live reporting from the last day of Senior Bowl. Anything you want to add?
I'm good, man. I'm just ready to get to the game.
Yeah.
Get some hitting, real hitting.
And I'm really excited for the last practice as well. I think this last practice will have some fireworks.
I hope you're right. I agree.
Yeah, I think
Goal line brings out competition.
Yeah, I think we're at some fireworks, and that's going to be real fun. I can't wait. Offensive line. I can't believe people are hating on Jennings Dunker, man. I think he's going to be a good guard. I think they have too many reps of him at tackle, so I don't even kind of blame it on a little bit of the coaching. It's put him on the inside more. I think that's where his future is, but maybe I'm crazy.
People said his arm length was way. No, you hate it. They said his arm length was way longer than they thought, so he might be a tackle now.
Yeah,
that's what I read.
Yeah, if you're past a certain amount of arm length, you have to play tackle. Yeah, according to you have to. You have no choice.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, we'll see. I think he's just it's more an arm length with tackle. It's quickness. It's
Yeah, it's way more than that.
Everything. It's everything. How can you deal with quickness? How your reactions?
You got to get off the ball.
Get off the ball. I think Jennings Dunker is going to be a heck of a guard. But maybe I'm just a big idiot. So we'll see. We'll keep you tuned. Stay tuned. We got some guests coming on, like we said. Steve, shout out to Steve for reposting the stream. Let's go. Shout out to Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, shout out to Steve. And then shout out to Joe Moss watching the stream. Shout out.
Thanks, Joe Moss. Appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out. Like I said, Jags Corner here right across the street from the stadium. So hop, skip, and a jump. Come through. We will be live again tomorrow, and you all have a good night.
Yep. See y'all later.
See you.